And here we go, folks. We are in the 2021 Salem Hemisphere 308RL. Now, when we talk about the Salem lineup, and especially for the travel trailer side, the Hemisphere is going to be the big dog, right? It's going to be the one where you're looking at bigger travel trailers, heavier weights, and it's also going to be a lot heavier on amenities. So as you can see, I mean, just by looking at this, right, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you have barreled ceiling. Instead of just having, like thin little strips, you have actual pieces of molding going across the roof. You see that behind the fascias, you have lighting, right? I mean, just a lot of things that are really going to help this unit stand apart. Now, the 308RL is, of course, a rear living, and this is something we see a lot in fifth wheels. There are some bigger travel trailers that are starting to bring it over, but maybe you don't want a fifth wheel, right? Maybe you want a travel trailer, but you want the amenities of a fifth wheel, then this is one for you. Now, let's start off right over here. We do have dual opposing slides, but in the campside slide, I personally really like what they did with the table. It's very unique. It's something that we haven't seen. And again, a lot of manufacturers are starting to take trends from the residential side, and that's what we're seeing. You have the big bench seat on one side, chairs on the other, almost like a living edge look for the table right there. The table itself, you can see the wood grain. I mean, it's something a little bit different than the standard dinette, and I applaud them for just kind of stepping a little bit outside the box. You'll also see the light fixtures in here, right? A little more unique here. I just like what they've done. You can see the element in there is kind of cool. You can see like little acrylic columns, I guess you could call. The other thing I really like they did is with the shades. Now, the reason I say that is because most manufacturers either go black or they go beige. I personally don't like when manufacturers go black. It's just a me thing, because when you close them all down at nighttime, it just feels a little more closed in, right? As we all know, the dark colors sometimes can suck the light out of a room. And so if you have black shades all the way around, it just seems darker when you're sitting here. The beige is nice because it's light, but it also shows a lot of dirt and wear easier. This, I think, is a good mix right here. It still feels bright enough that, it doesn't feel closed in, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit more resilient to the wear and tear. Making our way back a little bit further, right back here is our theater seating. Thomas Paine collection. We call it T-Paine for short, but it's really comfortable furniture. It's directly across from the TV, as you can see, and this will be the best seat in the house, folks. I mean, you're going to sit right here. You're going to kick your feet up. You're going to have a few beverages and just relax. And that's really what this floor plan is all about, is, feeling as much as possible like you're at home while you're on the road. And maybe this is your home. We'll talk a little bit later about some of the features outside. If, you want to live in this one, extended season or year round, there are things you can do, especially, if you go to some warmer locales in winter. Now, granted, we have cold snaps. I mean, here in Kansas, when we first got here, I mean, it was, double-digit sub-zeros. Like, it was cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit now, but man, oh man, was that a cold snap. Anyway, something else that's I really like about this furniture, it's kind of unique, is inside the armrest, you have USB ports. So if you want to charge your phone, I mean, whether you're sitting here on your phone, or even if you just want to charge it and put it away, it's kind of tucked away, it's hidden, it's there when you need it, but it just kind of keeps it out of eyesight, right? Instead of having to plug it in on a countertop where it's just sitting out. I know my wife just loves to put everything away, no matter what it is, and so for her, that would be a really nice feature. Coming around to the back, you can see the love seat right back here. Now this does fold out. It's a tri-fold sofa, which is a pretty comfortable form of mattress to have in an RV. Definitely better than your traditional pullouts where you have a bar on your back or air mattress that's going to deflate on you. Just pull this one out, you're good to go. And on both sides, you will see that you have nightstands there, as well as storage underneath, plus electrical outlets and USB ports. So whether you need to charge a tablet or if you have a laptop, something like that, you're able to work on those right back here. And to be honest, folks, with as many people that are working remotely now and working on the road, something like this, I don't know about you, but that seems like a sweet office to me. If I'm looking for a mobile office, I want somewhere to sit, right there is exactly where you'd find my big old butt. Right up top, you will see all of the storage there. The storage doors do have glass on them, helping to break up the wood look. A little designer there, too. You can kind of see the barreled ceiling we talked about, right? You can see that curvature there helps give you a little more head height, not feel closed in. As for the storage themselves, it is one-hand operation thanks to the struts. And when you take a look inside there, you can see it is very useful storage. We talked about the entertainment center. One of the things I do want to touch on is the multimedia center that's built in. You'll see a DVD player, speakers on both sides here. And then underneath is your fireplace, and that obviously not just looks great, but is also a space heater. One of the other things I love about this floor plan is the size of the island. A lot of times in travel trailers, especially in rear living, you just don't get a ton of prep space, but when we throw in a kitchen island like this, folks, you have all the prep space in the world right here, which I love. You have the drying rack as well. So you can put that, again, just kind of like this on one half of the sink. If you need to use this, obviously to dry dishes or just as extra prep space, you can kind of put the faucet over to this side, but you have a big single basin undermount sink. They're able to undermount it because of the upgraded countertops here, and this is a high-rise pull-out faucet. You also will get storage underneath. Just kind of open this up to show you. One of the things I always like to talk about is this right here, which is the fact that it has a spot for a trash can, and it's right underneath the sink. And I don't know, about you watching at home, but for me, that is where I want my trash can. It's at home, it's convenient. I'm sitting here, I'm chopping up my peppers, my broccoli, whatever it may be, and I can just take all the remnants and toss it right in the trash can. The bag's not hanging out, right? It's tucked away. If there's something smelly in there, if I had cooked eggs in the morning or chicken breast, right, and the remnants are still in there, it's tucked away, not making my camper stink. A little bit over to the side is more prep space right here, but it's also good countertop space if you have like a coffee maker, assuming it can fit underneath the microwave. You can put it right here. You'll see the electrical outlet over to this side. You have the herringbone kind of gray subway tile look, hood up top, the 3-burner cooktop right down below, and take a look at that. You have a drawer underneath, so if you need a place for pots and pans, that's the spot for it. Bank of 3 drawers there, plus more storage here right over to the side. Moving over to our fridge, Everchill 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. Open that up so you can take a look. Plenty of storage in there. Cools down nice and quick. A couple batteries and solar. You can basically run that indefinitely. And it wouldn't be complete without a pantry. So you can take a look right in there. Pantry. Beautiful pantry door on here too, I may add. I like the glass inlay. More storage right up top, and again, if you don't want your coffee maker over there, as long as it fits in this space, you might be able to put it here too. Electrical outlet, USB ports, more storage underneath there. Now, let's head up front real quick. I do want to make sure we have time to hit the bathroom and bedroom. As for the bathroom, when I take a seat right down here, porcelain bowl, as you'd expect, a little bit higher end travel trailer, right? We're starting moving into luxury travel trailers. You expect some nicer things like porcelain bowls. You can see the big linen closet, kind of the oil rub bronze fixtures we have in here. For shower height at 6 foot tall, no issues at all, folks. I could be 6'3", 6'4", still showering here without ducking. Mirrored medicine cabinet. You have a little bit of extra countertop space there as well, which I like. Before we go up into the bedroom, folks, I just want to drop this on you. Remember, this is a luxury travel trailer, the Hemisphere. You can pick this one up starting at under $44,000. That's as low as $10.53 a day, which is a phenomenal price for everything you're getting in this camper. And as far as length and weight, folks, this one you're looking at 38 foot 7 inches. Dry weight, it is a little bit heavier. It's a bigger travel trailer. You're looking at 9,063 pounds dry. But let's talk about the bedroom. So you get a slide out bed that really helps open up this bedroom space. Windows on both sides for cross ventilation. Really nice headboard. I like what they did. It's simple but elegant. I think that was a great choice on their behalf. If you want TV here in the bedroom, there's a spot for it. You'll find that right here at the foot of the bed. So you have the bank of drawers right up above is that spot for a TV. Another thing I love is the front wardrobe. They kind of put the barn-style doors on there. Plus you have, I know this is a big one for some people. I've heard people talk about it before. You have a full-length mirror. That is something you normally do not find in most RVs. So if you're looking for something with a full-length mirror, this one has it. Take a look in there, Kevin. Show everyone how big that wardrobe space is. You have massive wardrobe up there. And if you want, there's also washer and dryer hookup. And it's also worth noting this one does have a second AC. So if you're going somewhere a little bit warmer, this will make sure that you stay nice and cool. Let's take a walk up to the front real quick. So as we make our way up here, a couple quick things I want to hit on the front of this unit. One of them right away is the fact this one does come with a power tongue jack. Behind that, of course, your propane tanks and that beautiful 3/4 front cap with the LED inlays. As we come down the side a little ways, You will see here is your front pass-through storage compartment. You know, nice big opening. It does cut in a little bit, so you know if you have longer items, you have to be a little bit cognizant of what you're putting in there, but you do have quite a bit of space. Power stabilizer jacks. You just touch a button, the jacks will drop down for you. Bear in mind that's not auto level, but the fact that it is powered does make it easier when you're setting up or tearing down, and that will make it so your camper's not moving around as you're walking around inside. It's also worth noting that the baggage doors, it does have magnetic catch, and it's also slam latch. And if you take a look at the awnings, folks, we have not one but two power awnings with LED light strips on both. So almost this entire camp side right here can all be shaded, which is really cool. And another feature I love, speaking of shaded, is this right here, your pet tether. If you have you know, a dog, you don't have to worry about bringing a stake or anything and throw it in the grass. You just hook it up right here, you're good to go. And that will be underneath that awning, so they will have that coverage during the day as well. Excuse me, you'll see the speakers light up. Those are controlled by that Multimedia Center inside. Nice big steps. They have the More Ride step above step system with the aluminum treads, the bigger grab handle here as well, making it easier to go in and out of the RV. You can see, especially with this design where it swoops down like this, it gives you that extra control. You know, when you're coming out, you can really kind of lean on it, you know, and which I certainly like. Another big thing I do want to touch on, if you take a look underneath, not only do you have aluminum alloy rims, but it's also a spread axle system, so it'll give you better towability as you're going down the road. You get less chance for sway, and if you want an outside TV, there is a mount for it. Now again, folks, as I said, this is the Salem Hemisphere 308RL. This one is starting at under $44,000 or $10.53 a day. If you're interested in this particular unit, text the word RV to 46642. If you liked any of the Salems that you've seen thus far, you know, maybe not just this one, you're into something else, or maybe you do like this one, but you want a slightly different brand, maybe some different woodwork, that's when you're going to text the word fresh to 46642 and get access to over 80,000 pieces of inventory we have on order.